that.
Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
Set the tone with that tonight.
Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports. Nothing but pure sports. This is the JP Show.
JP, it is so good to hear you back on the air.
Stand by. Now, here's JP.
All right, welcome into a Wednesday edition of the JP Peterson Show. It's Hump Day. It is Hump Day. We're all discombobulated this morning. I will not lie. See, I got shadows on my face because I didn't turn the stage lights on. Did a hit for Atlanta this morning. Been running late ever since. The traffic was bad. I'm just in a pissy mood. I'm in a pissy mood this morning. How about you, IndyCar Tim? How are you?
I am. I'm in the same boat, JP. I wasn't running late, but I stayed out too late last night. Apparently, I'm fighting a bronchial infection, and my chest feels like there's about 10 knives twisting inside of it. And I fell asleep on the couch here at the studio this morning. I might have one of those as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you to the lovely and talented Allison at Mudbugs last night. Yeah, thank you, Allison.
They always blame the bartender. Yeah, that's good. All right, I hope you Petermans are in rare form today because I know I am. I'm a little ornery, and we got a special treat actually. So let's set up the show. Trent Cooper is going to join us, the director of the Buccaneers' 50th anniversary. I got the poster right behind me. Raise the flags. Yep. Raise the flags. Documentary will join us. One of the reasons I'm late this morning is because I was engulfed in watching the advanced screening that he sent me this morning. I was up around 6:30, and I'd watched a bunch over the weekend, and I was trying to finish everything this morning. And it's just absolutely spectacular, and you fall into it. Like you will. It's going to drop tomorrow morning. And for most Bucs fans, just take the day off. You got a football game tomorrow. Take the day off. Go shopping tonight. Go to your favorite Aldi's and get all your favorite football foods. And say, honey, I'm not going to work tomorrow. I know it's Thursday, but I'm not going to work tomorrow. It's game day. And I'm going to sit my fat ass on this couch, and I am going to eat every bad nachos, quesadilla, chicken wing, anything football related. And pizza, mortar. I'm just DoorDash guy. I'm going to wear his ass out. And we're going to watch nothing but raise the flags until game time. That's what's happening tomorrow. So Michael LaRue, Danny Sledge. You might not want. You don't have a wife, Danny. Lottie Wilkins, ABA. All you people already in the chat this morning. Tell your wife that's the deal. That's what's going down. And hallelujah. It is so awesome. If you're a fan of the Buccaneers, you're just a fan of the NFL. It's so well done. All the stories, if you've covered the team for almost 30 years like I have, it's tremendous watching everything come back to you and all those moments, good and bad. Yeah. I watched the episode of the Raheem era this morning.
Ouch.
and the start of the Jameis era. Oh, there's so many good stuff. There's a whole section on eating W's. It's just absolutely outstanding. So much cool stuff. So we'll talk to Trent Cooper, and we'll do that at 11 o'clock. And any questions you guys have about what you are expecting from the documentary, is this in it, is that in it, put them in the chat, and we'll put those to Trent as he appears. It'll be fun. It'll be super fun. All right, so we're going to get into, by the way, congratulations to the Rays. They're getting the second overall pick in next year's draft in the lottery. I guess, did Brett Phillips have something to do with that, Danny Sledge? If he was there to do whatever it is, the match. Already the bad Stu Juju
is gone.
Being gone is helping this franchise already. I told you people, get rid of this dude. Magic things are going to happen. And thankfully, it took a little while, but Major League Baseball finally listened to me, and we got her done. So we almost have a stadium site. Going to have a beautiful new stadium in 2029.
The Trop's back.
The Trop is back, better than ever. We found some of the best lipstick to put on this pig, and it's going to look pretty. We're going to AI that bitch. We're going to AI that bitch all the way. It's going to look like the freaking Taj Mahal by the time we're done with it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm just so excited about baseball and the Rays because I don't have that huge albatross monkey on our back anymore, you know? That's going to be fun. All right, so I did a little hit for Atlanta this morning. We're a Steak and Sandy show. Shandy's going to be on our show tomorrow. And, you know, I was probably a little harsh on the Bucs, but maybe not. Maybe I was just real. I'm not some kind of turncoat. That's not what's going on here. Don't get me wrong. But, they asked me, what is the state of the Buccaneers?
They suck.
And I said to them, they suck.
JP, did you say they ain't effing winning?
They ain't effing winning. Yeah. But the thing is, the Falcons are spiraling as well. Yeah. They're just as bad. So you want to talk about Amazon Prime, Amazon crime. That's what this is going to be Thursday night. Thursday night football is bad enough. You got two teams spiraling out of control. Whoo! Short week. It's going to be some bad football. It's going to be. What did we see the other night? Monday night, it was like 9 turnovers, 3 on one play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or 2 on 1, whatever it was.
2 of them in one play. Yeah.
Yeah. It could be worse than that. Could be worse than that. Way worse than that. So, yeah, I'm like, well, let's do the laundry list right now where we're at with the Buccaneers. Baker, after, opening the season with the Baker Pixie Magic Dust flying all over the place, beating the Falcons in the last minute. We're giving up touchdowns to the Texans because we got swag. We know we're going to come back and score, and we did. We're going to Seattle, hanging 38 on them dogs, beating the Niners. Get out of here. Get out of here. And now this. Baker's got a left shoulder AC joint. He's got an oblique. He's got a knee in his plant. Can't throw. Hit the broadside of a barn. Wide open guys in the end zone. Throwing it 30 feet over their head. Right, Timmy? 30 feet over their head. You had still pictures of it.
17 feet over the head.
17 feet over his head. It's actually a good pass. Should have caught it. Baker has been not good. Cannot throw the ball downfield. The numbers are irrefutable. They're 16% on passes over 10-plus yards in the last 3-4 games. 16%. That ain't good. So you got an injured quarterback. You got 2 guards that may be the worst in the NFL. Now that Bredesen is done, you may have 2 guards that are the worst in the NFL. They PFF grade in the negative. If that's even possible. They're bad. You got Tristan Wirfs has got an oblique. He's not been the same guy this year. Not good. You got a defense. The defense is now 25th in the league. It is, without question, the great wide open once again in the middle. And I'm watching the All-22 last night and just laughing. It's laughing at the way Servassier plays zone defense. It's the easiest pickings in the world. He has no clue. He has no clue how to play zone defense. There's no clue, and he can't play man. But yet, there he is in the middle of the defense constantly. It's not just him. Levante can't run down 26-year-old slow quarterbacks. God bless him. 35 years old. Father Time just came out of nowhere. And he can't make up for the mistakes of everybody anymore. And he won't even stay. And he can't. I'm not going to blame him. I can't blame Levante David. Can't. Leaving the for the first time ever, so disgusted, tired of making excuses for the rest of his guys. He leaves the locker room. I don't blame him one bit. This defense giving up more booty than Nebraska Avenue right now.
Does he recognize that he's part of the problem, though?
I think he does, and I think he's embarrassed. I think he's embarrassed the way he's playing. He's a Hall of Famer, and when Father Time catches up with you, it's probably got to be really depressing. You've been able to run down people your entire career. As Gerald McCoy called him when he arrived, the Flash. That was in the Docuseries, The Flash.
Gerald McCoy.
Yeah, so he had a nice piece in there. Very good. Interesting. Yeah, it's just not that guy anymore. So much of what Levante built his reputation on was speed. I mean, he was one of the fastest linebackers we've ever seen, and he would arrive with bad intentions. It's just even watching the highlights from his early days and then watching what's going on now, it's just like, yikes. But I'll never remember Levante for this season. It's about the Hall of Fame career and the absolutely incredible professional and human being that he is. Now, this is not on him, and it's got to be killing him.
No, if he had more help around him, he might look better too.
That's right.
That's part of
it. That's 100% right, Timmy. That's 100% right. And by the way, I sent you that Larry Foote thing. If you could cue that up from Twitter yesterday, courtesy of Evan Klosky. So yeah, the defense is awful. Antoine Winfield Jr., he's not a milk carton. Can't find him out there. Highest paid safety in the game, not making plays. You lose to the 2-10 Saints. And watching that all 22 last night, you see a lot of guys that are just loafing. I mean, I know Scott Reynolds doesn't think it's effort. I turn that tape on. I don't see guys flying around. I don't see guys getting off blocks or even trying to get off blocks.
That's what I said yesterday, man. And I shouldn't have used the word quit, but yeah, there's an effort issue. And I just think players are dejected, man.
That's it, man. There's no fire in this team. Yeah. They're just, and it's, you know what? And again, Todd Bowles is a great man. I love him, but he is the captain of this ship, and this ship is sinking. It is. It just is. There's no life in this team. There's no gusto. And that's why you went and signed an almost 37-year-old fossil. And I say that with all due respect. JPP, he's been gone so long, he probably grew 3 new fingers. That's how long he's been gone. Thank you. And I was one of the greatest players, and he was just such a part of the DNA of that Super Bowl team, man. He was part of the reason that Tom Brady wanted to come here, because that defense was coming. There were dogs. We got no dogs. We got no dogs. Where did the dogs go? Well, we brought one back from the nursing home. It so smacks of desperation. But what else is Jason Licht going to do? I mean, he could have made some moves at the deadline and brought in some attitude and a couple of dogs for this defense. He could have, but he didn't want to waste any resources because he probably thinks that this team just ain't got it and this coach ain't got it. Todd Bowles has been here since 2019, and the team looks stale. The message looks stale. The press conferences are stale. There's just no joy here, man. These guys ain't having any fun. They're not playing with joy. They're not running around. They're not fighting. Man, I said this yesterday. Football exposes you at every level, and the National Football League really exposes you at every level. If you're not giving it 100% or more, you're going to stand out on that tape. You look a step slow. The entire defense looks a step slow. The entire defense.
It's ugly to watch.
And I don't, from a defensive standpoint, is JPP going to play on Thursday night? Probably not. Is he going to come in and light a fire? I hope so. Here's Larry Foote yesterday. And this is your defensive coordinator. Obviously, Todd is the DC, but he is the appointed head of the defense. And this is him talking about the JPP acquisition and what it means and what he can bring to this team. And we'll talk about it afterwards. Here we go.
It smacks of a little desperation, quite frankly. Can you understand that people from the outside would look at that and go,
Rick Stroud, great question.
There's got to be another guy in this league, practice squad, somebody,
Well, we're not looking specifically. I don't want to speak for Jason Light and Bowles, but it wasn't just for the outside linebacker. It was a guy that can bring some the intangibles that we can't bring as coaches that I think he can help. And I'm not speaking for them guys. That's the way I'm looking at it. His energy and his juice.
It's as much about that as what he could do on the field, right?
I'm assuming. And we'll see what he can do the next couple weeks. You know, this is a short week. See if he got something in the tank. We worked him out. He looked good. I worked him out personally, and he can still move and bend. And, you know, he has that God-given freaky ability. And we'll see what he can do next week.
That's
wow.
Jay, I'm not going to lie. That's a little alarming to me.
You think?
That they
you got to bring
out what they're going to do with them. They just, like, Larry Foote was not involved in the decision process.
No, he was. But energy and juice, that's what he said. I'm assuming. And it's what we assumed yesterday. We were right. Yeah, he can still bend. He can still play. Yeah, he's probably as good as anybody we got, and that's a horrible indictment on what the Bucs have.
Well, he claims to be in the best shape of his career. But they all say that when they're coming back, right?
He's a freak. He is a freak. He is a physical freak and always has been. From the time at USF when he's doing, standing backflips at 6'6", 275 pounds, he's doing standing backflips.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, super lean at that. I mean, dude's a freak and always has been a freak. So, yeah, I mean, physically probably could. But, you are basically telling your fan base and the other teams, we got to bring in a 37-year-old to get some juice and energy going into this team. Isn't that the coach's job to get them ready? Man, isn't that the players' job, the leaders of this team?
That's alarming. To
get them ready? Isn't that your job? Like we're almost done with the season, and that's where we're at. It's like I said yesterday, it's like flying a banner over your stadium saying we suck. And we got to go get a almost 37-year-old dude who hasn't played in 2 years to bring some fire to this team. I mean, say it out loud. It's ridiculous.
Man.
And this is no slight to JPP. I mean, it's actually very complimentary. That's how highly they think of you. And that's who he was when he was here. He brought the juice. He was the guy, he was the guy holding everybody accountable. He was the guy who freaking cared, who would knock your dick in the dirt to win a football game. I just don't see that kind of intensity out there. I know these guys have it in them. I've seen it. Where did it go?
So
where did it go?
Baker is that guy on offense usually.
Yes.
And I don't know what's going on now. Baker's so hurt. He probably isn't that voice right now. But who is the guy?
He's tired of carrying their ass.
Who early in the year was that guy on defense? Was there one?
Let's just be honest. This defense hasn't been good all year.
Okay, well, no, but have they ever had a voice all season or last year? Who was the guy?
I guess Cansey, because when he left, the whole damn thing went to hell.
Yeah.
The leader has been Levante. And Vita Vea is kind of a quiet guy, but he at least he dominates at his position. He throws people around. He's physical. Tyke Smith is that guy. He comes from a program of physicality. And he must be looking at this defense going, hey, is anybody else going to run around and hit somebody besides me? Anyone? Zion McCollum, this is one of the plays of the game. Tyler Shook is running towards the pylon. And Zion McCollum first, he's playing man. He's got his back to the play. So, but it took him an inordinate amount of time to recognize that the quarterback's running from 20 yards away. Okay, he's in the back of the end zone. But, here comes a shot. And Taylor Shook's going to try to score. And you're going to meet him at the pylon. And you freaking whiff. You freaking whiff on the quarterback.
Yeah.
You freaking whiff. I mean, you hit him, but you barely grazed him. Like he's some type of Michael Vick matrix that he moves so quickly at the end that you couldn't hit him. His Tyler effing Shuck.
And by the way, there were no arms extended on that effort. He went full shoulder with his arms tucked in his body like that.
Of course,
that's
like
what
he always does.
That's what got me, is that the lack of effort.
Yeah.
The lack of form.
Put your face mask in his chest and wrap him up and knock him out of bounds. And probably he's selling out for the pylon. He's not running out of bounds. He's got some heart. He's going to sell out for the freaking pylon. So as a defender, like, you got a free shot at the quarterback. Take him the hell out of the game. Take him out. Stop him from scoring. And you graze him. You graze him. The hell out of here with that. Knock him the hell out of the game. Scott Brantley would have sent him into the freaking fifth row. Hardy Nickerson, Derek Brooks, John Lynch. I've been watching too much of this documentary. I'm watching guys that freaking know how to play football and play physical football.
You might have a little bit of good old days syndrome going on right now.
I do. She's a good guy. I blame Trent Cooper. I hate you. Yeah, that's one piece of bad residue you're going to get after watching this. If you do the day-long binge, you're going to go to the game Thursday night and go, what the F is this?
What kind of product is this?
They should be ashamed of what they put on the field last week. And I don't know if I've heard anybody say that. We're embarrassed. We're embarrassed by what we put out. The last couple weeks have been trash. You beat Arizona, but that was trash. And I'm not talking about anything personal or about these guys. This is just I'm talking about the way you're playing. And it's dog shit. And it has been for a while. And yeah, they need a lot to fix this thing. But first and foremost, they need JPP. They need the man from South Florida, from the mean streets of Deerfield Beach via Haiti, to come in there and say, you guys know it's a privilege to play in the NFL. It's a privilege. There's a lot of guys who would love to be here. Treat it like that. Give it your all. Every ounce you got. Put it out there. Stop playing like the 0-26 Buccaneers. Start playing like the 2002 Buccaneers and the 2020 Buccaneers.
It's 1976 all over again.
Yeah. Come on. I know it's in there. I know it's in there. Somebody's got to bring it out. Thursday night. I don't know who. I don't know who's going to do it. I don't know who's going to step up. And not just with a nice pregame speech, with a tone-setting smash of Bijan Robinson. Set him up, knock him down.
You need to treat him like Bijan Mustardson tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's a good product, by the way. Have some at home.
Mustardson?
Yeah, his line of, he's got a line of mustards, right?
I did not.
He started when he was at Texas still. It's called Bijan Mustardson. It's like Dijon mustard, but it's Bijan Mustardson. It's great.
And I tell you what, he embarrassed us in Atlanta on that first play, or whenever it was.
Good. He's good.
Ran through the entire defense. I don't think anybody put a hand on him. Like, that was one of those moments when you went, oof, wow. We got out-athleted by the entire team. One dude. Wow. Yeah. It's just bad. I mean, you're 7. Here's the most bizarre part, Timmy. You got everything in front of you. You're 7-6. You're leading the division. You beat the Falcons. And listen, Carolina's playing better, but I'm here to tell you, they're no juggernaut. All you got to do is beat the Falcons, the 3-9 spiraling Falcons, with a relic at quarterback. I mean, if JPP sacks Kirk Cousins, that moment is going straight to the Natural History Museum in the dinosaur section. But I think, it's like we're bringing back Phillip Rivers. Why? We can't. These kids are so bad. His quarterbacks are so bad. You can't find anybody that can play football better than Phillip Rivers. We can't find anybody. This is an indictment on the entire league. We're bringing back guys.
A grandfather, JP. He's a grandfather at 44.
Yeah, and we're bringing these guys back because these guys don't know how to play football. Like our friend who played 9 years in the NFL in the 70s that I met at the Lightning game the other night. Isaiah, I didn't get his last name. He was a tall receiver. He's like, yeah, these kids run terrible routes. The defensive backs have terrible technique. They don't play hard. I mean, I'm not trying to be get off my lawn guy, but this league, it's a lot of bad football out there, kids. There's a lot of bad football out there. And a lot of it is because, hey, we don't practice anymore. We don't practice in pads anymore. The calendar's cut down from the old practices. They probably practice about, get off my lawn, about 50% of what they used to. I mean, Rondé goes out there at training camp and goes, wow, this is a country club.
God, so bad.
And part of that's more the rules than the coaching staffs. I don't get it wrong, but yeah, you can't practice hard anymore. Yeah, it's should be a absolutely spectacular Thursday night football game at Raymond James Stadium tomorrow night. Listen, these guys have the opportunity to go out there and kick somebody's ass. And these fans paid a lot of money for this stuff these days. A lot. A shit ton of money. And they deserve your best effort. They really do. They don't deserve coming in. Last week, I felt really bad for the fans. I really did. I walked down the spirals that you walk down. We go out the stadium. You got to go through the round and rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm walking out with a bunch of Bucs fans and Saints fans who are chirping as they should. And your Bucs fans are soaking wet. They've been sitting in the rain for 3 hours. They just got their ass beat by a 2-10 team who tried to hand you the game. And they probably paid, upwards of $1,000, if not more, for that privilege. Wow. You got a responsibility, man. You got a responsibility to these fans. This is not back in the day when, guys are paying $20 to get in the game. Mm-mm. Yeah.
Bad.
Bantry says, maybe another duck will show up and inspire us.
Somebody needs to plant a duck.
You know what? At least give the stadium a little life, huh? Give us a little life. Nathan Elliott says, you're invited to our Lot 12 Eaton Dirty Bird Beatdown Tailgate. Parking lots will open by 4:45. When you get there, ask for the Muffin Man. No charge, free food, fun. God, I love you, Nathan. You are
about free food.
He is just like, he is nonstop. Non-freaking stop. Love
Just
you,
don't
brother.
call him Petermans.
You can't call us Pierce. I don't know why. Yeah. That'll be the best part of your night, probably, if you go to the Nathan's tailgate party. I mean, if you don't show up for this one, if you're the Buccaneers and you don't show up with some fire this week, man, fire the whole damn team. You got to start over. Yeah, Mr. King says Kirk is going to look like a god tomorrow. If that happens, if Kirk Cousins comes out and torches this defense, I know they never fire coaches in season, but damn. Damn. At Climactic says, damn right, we've got everything in front of us. I know some of y'all got weak hearts, but it ain't over. No, it's not. It's not over.
Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor?
Germans? Forget it.
Forget it. He's rolling.
Well, it ain't over now. If Kirk Cousins throws for 400 tonight and 4 tutties, it's over. It's over. Although he did it twice last year to us, and we made it to the playoffs, won the division. So what the hell do I know? What the hell do I know? All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back on the other side to get to all of your comments. We got some. We'll go through the injury list. Some little Rays news as well. We'll hit some college football, and then Trent Cooper's going to join us at 11 o'clock. The director of Raise the Flags, the Bucs documentary. So we're looking forward to that. We are brought to you by the Jeeves Law Group, JEEVESLawgroup.com. They are local, they are trusted, and they get results. If you have been in an accident or have any legal issues whatsoever, they will give you a free case evaluation. How about that? At the Jeeves Law Group, JEEVESLawgroup.com, 930 spokesman, offices Tampa and St. Pete. And the great folks at Genesis of Tampa. Their 30 days of giving in December is off the chain, folks. I mean, you want to talk about Santa Claus? Every day, they're giving away a $500 shopping spree. $500 shopping spree at Genesis of Tampa. All you got to do is go there and show up and sign up. You don't even have to take a test drive, but while you're there, do it and get your car appraised. And if you do that, you get 10x entries into the shopping spree raffle at the end of the day, every day. How about that? So if you've been thinking about a car, just stop on by 801 East Bears Avenue. Tell you, hey, JP told me to come by and maybe I can win a $500 shopping spree. And you're going to go for a ride in that GV80 and you're going to go, damn, this is a nice SUV. Any of the vehicles over there, you're going to love it. GenesisofTampa.com. So head on over there and tell them JP sent you. Back at 3. At Genesis of Tampa, they got some serious ho going on this Christmas. It's the Miracle Holiday Sales Event and their 30 days of giving. First, for any new vehicle in the month of December sold, first payment will be deferred 90 days, and then the dealership will make the first payment up to $500. That can save you a lot of cash that you can use for Christmas shopping. And every day in December, they're giving away a $500 shopping spree. All you got to do is have your car appraised, and you get an entry into the daily drawing for the $500 shopping spree. And every weekend day in December, customers simply need to stop by the dealership, scan the QR code, and they get an entry into the $500 shopping spree contest. No purchase necessary. Test drive a vehicle, and we will 10x your entry into the shopping spree. Christmas and New Year's Eve, each holiday, if a customer books a test drive for the specified day, they will receive a themed t-shirt, limited edition, as well as an additional $250 off the purchase price. Bottom line is, get your butt and your sleigh down to Genesis of Tampa, 801 East Bears Avenue, just off 275. It's going to be a big Christmas at Genesis of Tampa. Italiano Insurance would like to congratulate the Bucs on their 50th anniversary season. And you know what? We've been here for every season and then some, over 60 years in business. We've seen some smart coaches with great game plans, but if you don't have flood insurance or business insurance, that's a terrible game plan. That could ruin you financially. You don't want to take that L. So call 813-877-7799 and let their friendly agents quarterback your insurance and save you big money. Italiano also sponsors our FSU report every week, so go Noles. 813-877-7799 or go to ItalianoInsurance.com. JP here for Riveters, the official sports bar and grill of the JP Peterson Show. We're located just south of Ray J and Steinbrenner Field, so it's a great pre- and post-game spot, and the happy hour is amazing. Monday through Friday, 3 to 7. Check out these specials. $3 Bud Light drafts, $4 domestic bottles, $5 wells, $6 premium wells, $6 cocktails like margaritas. It's unheard of. And the Riveters food is freshly made daily. No freezers. Happy hour food specials include $3.50 tacos and barbecue sliders. $6 you get edamame or chips with the beer cheese, which is amazing. $8 buffalo chicken dip, my favorite. The truffle fries, chili cheese fries, also $8 at happy hour. As well as other specials throughout the week, including Taco Tuesdays, you get $3 tacos, and Wing Wednesdays, 7 o'clock to 1 a.m. in the morning, you get our amazing wings, 5 for $5 and $5 wells and wines. That's a good Wednesday night. So if you're tired of the preppy, overpriced, generic sports bars, come see the amazing, friendly bartenders and staff at Riveters, where customer service really matters. Riveters, just south of where the Rays and Bucs play. We'll see you there. Although it may seem tempting to go without healthcare insurance, the financial risk far outweighs the gain you may experience. For example, did you know if you simply broke your leg, it could cost you nearly $7,500? Put on top of that a hospital stay, you could be looking at $10,000 to $15,000. Ensuring that you don't go uncovered is so important, as according to CNBC, high medical bills are the highest contributing factor to why Americans end up taking money out of their retirement savings, or worse, find themselves filing bankruptcy. So go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. Now, depending on your income, you can get plans for zero premium. Our experts will guide you through the process effortlessly. They will shop many plans and find the one that's right for you. I called and I have full health coverage through Florida Blue for zero monthly premium. It's a free call. So why go uncovered? It's a huge risk. Go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. That's 800-669-1505. Hey, JP here for my concierge medical professional, Chris Lugo, PA. You've heard him on the show for a couple of years where he shares invaluable medical, nutritional, and supplement advice. With Chris, it's like having a medical provider as your best friend. What I love about this concierge service is the convenience and support he offers. I can text or call him 24/7 with any questions or concerns, and he'll promptly call in a prescription if needed. No office visits or copays required. It gives me peace of mind knowing I have someone genuinely invested in my health, not just focused on insurance profits. And the best part, the Bay Area Modern Medical Center's personal concierge service is more affordable than you might think. Don't let insurance companies dictate your health care. Take control of your health and wellness today. Visit BAMMC.com for more information and to schedule your initial free consultation. Empower yourself and take charge of your personal health with BAMMC.com.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show here as we roll on this hump day. Brought to you by the great folks at Riveters. They are your place for pre-gaming. With all due respect to Nathan and your tailgate party. Riveters is a place to go. Head on over there before you go to Nathan's tailgate party, and you can park there. It's a less than a mile walk to the stadium. Get great happy hour specials, $3 domestic beers, $5 wells, all the great food at Riveters Tampa. So pregame there before you go in and buy those $20 beers. And enjoy yourself at Riveters at Tampa. Great staff over there, by the way. Love the folks over there, Tara and Andres and all the great folks over there. Go tell them JP sent you when you go to Riveters.
Man, I could go for a $3 domestic draft right about now.
Yeah, right? I mean, you're going to go park. It's like $50 to park. You could park at Riveters.
Yeah.
And then spend that 50 on pregame. I mean, I'm no economic genius, but that sounds like a pretty good idea to me. Right?
Huh.
Right?
Yeah, I'm in. Let's go.
I could go for their wings right now. Ooh, Lordy. And a hazy IPA. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Okay, what else we got here, partner? Let's go to some of the
have you heard, real quick, have you seen this Troy Aikman NIL situation?
No, I have not.
So Troy Aikman came on and said he is done because, you know, he's a big UCLA booster.
Okay.
And he has officially quit his boosting.
Of UCLA?
Because apparently he threw a butt ton of money at an unnamed player who then immediately transferred, and he never got his money back.
What?
And it's rumored that is Dante Moore, the former quarterback who transferred to Oregon. So Troy threw a bunch of money at the NIL package to get Dante Moore, allegedly Dante Moore.
Right.
Dante Moore immediately transfers and kept all the money.
What they brought in Nico?
This was after the 24 season. This was last year.
Okay, so before
this is just now. Yeah, this is just now coming out though. He's just now talking.
Before they brought in Nico,
yes,
they went after Dante Moore, didn't get him.
Well, he was already there.
So they paid him.
Yes, they paid him, and then he transferred.
Well, this is like, what are we doing? Like you can't get money and then transfer. Is there no contract in these NILs?
I have no idea. But he's like, I'm done. I'm done donating money because.
Well, yeah. Well, if you have no guardrails, where if you donate the money and the kid can just take the money and run, like that can't be possible. Evidently, it is.
We've heard about that before, though.
Can you not bind them by a contract? If you have an NIL deal where the NIL deal is, you have to do something for the NIL deal, and you can fake what it's worth, but you got to do something. So obviously there's language in there, something that has to be done. Is there not language in there? You got to stick around.
You would think so, right? Like certainly somebody has thought of this.
Or is it not legal to put that in there?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that makes no sense to me whatsoever. And just another reason why college football is so effed up.
Broken.
It's so broken. And there's ways to change this and make rules. Like we've done it. It's done in every sport. Every sport has a list of rules that make the sport good and credible and enjoyable to the fans.
Yeah.
That levels the playing field. I mean, typically rules around sports, drafting, schedule making, all the things that the NFL does, revenue sharing, all that is to level the playing field for everybody. And of course, you'd have done this. You wanted to do the same. Now the NCAA tried to do that, but they were so greedy that they couldn't. They couldn't figure it out how to pay the players and have a level playing field. And so now everything's effed up. But you can get control of it. And I think that's what if this legislation is passed, this SCORE Act, it's going to give college football, college sports an antitrust exemption. So they'll be able to make rules and clean everything up. That's the hope. That's the hope. But you're going to need real leaders and smart people to clean it up. Who's that going to be? I'm all for Commissioner Nick Saban. I'm all in on that.
Yeah.
And a select group of people, a blue ribbon committee that does not include any, with all due respect, Condoleezza Rice's, people that have been in the game, know the game, played the game, coached the game, administered the game for a long time. And I don't need a lot. I just need about 5 or 6. That's it. And with Saban at the top, fix the damn thing. Like break it all. Everything, conference affiliations, everything is up for grabs, and fix it because it's becoming, you're destroying the sport. Incremental little changes here and there aren't going to do it.
Yeah.
Mike H says, did you see that robot athletes competed in world's first humanoid games? The future? Yep. It's just absolutely, it's the future.
Robot football.
How much you got to pay them? Nothing. They don't strike. They don't get injured.
I mean, until they become self-aware, right?
Yeah, I guess, right? Yeah, they'll have artificial intelligence. They'll say, well, I need more money. I need more oil.
Need more oil.
I don't know how that works. Yeah. Here's a good question. So my question is, can we get the documentary on DVD? Because I do not have Prime. It's probably easier to buy Prime for a month, watch it, and then discontinue your membership. But I'm not telling you what to do.
I don't think you can do that with Prime. It's an annual subscription.
Is it really?
And it's like $180. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. You can't just get it.
I don't think you can just subscribe to the Prime Video. Maybe you can. I don't know. I mean, I get it with my Amazon Prime subscription, right? So
right.
I don't know if you can just buy the Prime Video subscription.
I think you can.
Maybe.
Michael LaRue says the Rays could end up with the #1 player in the draft if the White Sox can't agree to a deal with the shortstop from UCLA. If Chicago does sign him, then taking the high school shortstop from Fort Worth is a no-brainer. I haven't looked at the draft, but Lord, I don't want another high school shortstop. I just don't. We draft
even if he's
every year.
Even if he's from America, like that'll make a difference, right?
I know. I don't know. Just I don't want a high school. We draft high school shortstops every freaking year, and then you never hear from them again, ever. Lonnie Wilkins says, to paraphrase the late Dennis Green, the Bucs are who we thought they were. No, they're not. They're nothing we thought. At least for me, I thought they could be an elite team this year. and then the injuries hit. And you can't handicap injuries. So I wasn't wrong. But I think I overestimated. I did. I overestimated Servassier Dennis. I overestimated the impact of Hassan Reddick. What else did I overestimate? We talked about the edge rush, and they probably didn't do enough. But when the injuries hit, they just didn't have any depth or a coaching staff that could coach around it. And that's the other thing. I don't think any teams really have a lot of depth. What I think they have are coaching staffs that are really good at coaching around their injuries, covering up their injuries. And that happens every year. And those are why the good coaches consistently win, because they all get injuries. Look at San Francisco. They got two of the best coordinators in the game, in Saleh and Shanahan. And it doesn't matter how many injuries they get, they figure it out. Bucs, not so much. All right, Bucs Basement says, if this, JP, this is a fact. It was not for Baker's magic at the beginning of the season. This team's a 3-win team at this point. That's silly, though. I could take a quarterback off of any team and say they're a 3-win team, right? What are the Bills without Josh Allen?
Yeah.
What are those Chiefs without Mahomes? So that's kind of silly. Mr. King says, can we sign Rondé Barber? At this point.
Why not? He's in shape.
He is. He looks great. Looks fantastic. Hell, did you see Simeon last week? Oh, my God. He's in better shape than JPP. Well, not better, but as good. Not for nothing. But if you could line up Simeon and JPP on the outside for 10 to 15 plays this week, would it be better than what we have? And
Infinitely.
the fact that we're actually contemplating that tells you all you need to know. And I'm here to tell you, probably. They couldn't play the whole game, but 10 to 15 plays, better than what we got.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably true. Wow. Sorry, Chris Braswell. But that stems the those are two great players, by the way. Two really great players. But older than dirt. Mm-hmm. Lonnie Wilkins says, if Bucs lose, does it change from into the great wide open to free falling? Or don't come around here no more?
What's with the Tom Petty references?
I love it.
I do too.
Oh. What's the other song, Mary Jane?
Last Dance with Mary Jane.
Last Dance with Mary. That's what it turns into, because we're all going to need to be high as hell for the last 3 games. So, yeah, all that. We'll take all those songs. Play them all.
Is that what that song's about?
Mike H says, on a sad side, the movie Not Without Hope comes out December 12th about 2 Bucs and 2 USF football players that capsized their boat in 2009. Yeah, that was a very sad situation on multiple levels. Devin Garnett says, JP, can we please be positive? Trent Cooper's coming up in 7 minutes, so stick around. It's a great docuseries. Is it a documentary or docuseries? Oh, we'll ask Trent.
I don't know. Is it 1 episode or is it multiple episodes?
Oh, multiple. 10 episodes.
So that'd be a docuseries, yeah.
Docuseries. Bucs Basement says, I don't blame the players for tuning out bowls because the players can see Dennis or Zion never get disciplined and the special teams coach still has a job, so I tune bowls ass out. Yeah. It's if there's no accountability, if the guys keep going out there and playing even though they're playing terrible, yeah. What are you going to do with Zion, though? What are you going to put in, Josh Hayes? I guess you can move Parrish and Benjamin Morrison around if he could ever play. But
what a disappointment so far.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Devin says, can we please talk some Rays and stadium talk? Yeah, we could do that. Let's do that for a second. First and foremost, let's put this screenshot up. So the winter meetings are going on in Orlando. And, of course, the good folks of Orlando, the Dreamers, did not miss this opportunity to get in front of all the movers and shakers and do their pitch for expansion. which is great. And then it's a very impressive poster that they have out there talking. A lot of this stuff is interesting though. This on the left-hand side here, it says that the Orlando area has over 4.4 million people. I guess they're probably counting Tampa and or the villages or all those surrounding areas moving up north. And that's double Nashville and Raleigh, which is interesting. And then there's all the tourism statistics here that they talk about 80 million visitors, which is double what they get in Vegas. All very impressive statistics. Absolutely. There's tourism tax.
I would like to know where they got those numbers. And if, I mean, that has to include way outside of Orlando, because the Orlando metro area is like 2 million.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So they're either embellishing here or they're like counting Jacksonville or something. I don't know how far are they going.
Yeah. But again, they're not, and with all due respect to the great city of Orlando, they're not giving you an expansion team with the Rays 90 miles down the road, 70 miles down the road. It's just not happening. But listen, if they're, and I think to Ken Hagan's point though, if Tampa screws this up from a political standpoint, then Orlando's up. So we'll see what Tampa does. I have a lot more faith in them because they're dealing with an honest broker this time.
Yeah.
And a group that is not asking for $1 billion up front to do their stadium. That's not what this group is asking for. So, I mean, they'd love it, but they know that's not how it works. Steven Soper said, did you see Todd Bowles' PE? Did we see Todd Bowles' P?
Did we see him pee?
Nope. I don't want to see him. Well, I'm not sure what that means. If you could clarify, please.
Steven, were you standing next to Todd at a urinal somewhere?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we need to go there. Bucs Paper says, JP, so just so you know, the easiest free money when it comes to Bucs games since the beginning of the season is the opponent's quarterback's over on yards. It hits every week except the first Saints game. And I think it's 210 this week with Cousins. Yeah, I'm going over that 100%. That's half of what he did in the games last year. Buck Spaceman says this team is emulating the head coach, lifeless, no pulse. All right, you know what? Let's go back to the Rays. Sorry, Devin. So, I think we've done enough negativity on the Bucs tonight and Bowles. It is what it is. So, with the Rays, Ken Babby came out. There was an article in the Times yesterday. We didn't talk too much about it. Nothing real new, except he's still saying that they're looking at the whole area. And I do think there's still some due diligence going on. I think St. Pete is making a pitch, but I don't think it's, it's not even the city that's making the pitch. It's a development group that's making a pitch that's inside the Rays organization. So I don't think it's serious. And I think, again, it's Tampa's to lose unless they totally F this up. I think I know they've done a ton of due diligence on the HCC project, and I think that's looking good. And that's going to be the spot. And I think things are moving forward. Eric Neander sat down yesterday and talked with the folks at the winter meetings. Said Shane McClanahan's progressing. They hope that he's going to be back ready. All signs are good that he can come back and pitch. We'll see. You're not going to know until he throws a few dozen innings to see if he's truly recovered. So, and then they're making moves, and we talked about this on the O Show yesterday. If you want to, by the way, Devin, if you want to listen to lots of Rays talk, we did a whole hour yesterday on this, on where the Rays are going, and we still kind of feel like there's a lot left to do. This is it's a team that's very heavy on left-hand hitting outfielders for one reason. I don't see like this roster that they have in the outfield right now with all the guys that they've gotten doesn't seem to really fit. It seems like there's another move coming. Like they're building up to make another move. So I think that's what is going to happen. I don't know for sure. We still think they're going to trade Brandon Lau and add a right-hand power hitting outfielder. That just makes too much sense. If they don't, it just seems weird. And I don't think Eric's that weird. He knows how to construct a baseball team. So I think there's going to be, I think the roster that we have now, and O believes the same thing, is going to be very different than the roster we're going to have. So anyway, we'll talk some more Rays after we chat with Trent Cooper. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Trent will join us, and we'll talk a lot about this incredible memoir of the Buccaneers' first 50 years. Obviously, it is, the Bucs are the most important sports franchise, even though I work for the Lightning. Obviously, it's the longest tenured, and this chronicle of Trent Cooper's is absolutely off the chain. So we'll talk to him about that when we come back. 3 minutes. Stay with us. Holidays are the best time to get engaged because all the family's already together. And at the Golden Diamond Source, they have thousands of diamonds to choose from in their jewelry wonderland. Looking for a gift that says forever? Find stunning engagement rings, diamond earrings, diamond bracelets, the most stylish gold fashion jewelry. And there's plenty for men in their new men's section and watch department. There's something for everyone on your list. And don't settle for anything less than perfection. At the Golden Diamond Source, they make it easy to give a gift they'll never forget. They wrap it up nice for you. You don't have to do any of that, guys. And they have a great staff there. You may not know what to get your lovely wife or girlfriend, but they do. Let them do the work. Hey, finance your purchase for 0% interest for up to 5 years. You could get a $5,000 diamond for only $84 a month. Don't go to the mall. Go to a local company and keep it local this Christmas at the Golden Diamond Source. 3800 Ulmerton Road. Always online at thegoldendiamondsource.com. JP here for the Jeeves Law Group and my man, Scott Jeeves. If you're going to hire an attorney, do you want some guy looking for a quick settlement and a quick buck, or do you want an attorney with some chops? Scott is a board-certified civil trial lawyer and a certified circuit court mediator. Been practicing in the Tampa Bay area for over 30 years. He is a peer-reviewed AV preeminent-rated civil trial lawyer. They just don't hand out those classifications. He's been the lead class action counsel on many complex consumer protection cases and has handled hundreds of serious personal injury cases. He's dedicated his career to protecting injured victims and is committed to vigorously representing you. We're local, we're trusted, and we get results. Personal injury and personal attention. Call for a free case evaluation. That's 888-9-JEEVES. That's 888-9-JEEVES. The Jeeves Law Group. Welcome to Kingmakers, home of the JP Peterson Show studio and Tampa's premier business networking and social club for members only. By day, it's an exclusive, vibrant co-working space with a stylish conference room, focus rooms, a full production studio, and an in-house marketing team. And by night, Kingmakers transforms into a sports-centric social hub with a full sports bar, golf simulator, and exclusive events. For young entrepreneurs and seasoned professionals, it's the perfect place to work hard, play hard, and make big moves in Midtown Tampa. Close the deal, celebrate the win. Only at Kingmakers. Become a member today at kingmakerstampa.com. Your business, your club. JP here for Third Generation AC and Plumbing. And Third Generation really says it all, folks. The owner, my friend John Rodriguez, has been in the AC and plumbing business since 1995. They built their business on honest assessments and doing great work on time for a great price. Simple, right? Did you know many AC techs are incentivized on big commissions to sell new AC units and you might just need a drain cleared? So if you want someone you can trust, that's John Rodriguez in Third Generation Services. Check out the 5-star Google reviews. If you have a plumbing or AC emergency, call 813-961-8024 and a human will answer the phone. That's 813-961-8024 or go to thirdgenerationplumbing.com.
Ciao, Paolo Tini here, owner of Caffè Paradiso, voted number 3 People's Choice Award on Open Table. I want to thank all our loyal family of customers that have been enjoying our great traditional Italian dishes we make from scratch every day. It's a great family story we're proud of. Our family moved from Rimini, Italy in 1984. My dad, Caesar, started Donatello, and that's where I got the start in the restaurant business. I started Caffè Paradiso on South McDill in 1995, and we've been there ever since. From our traditional ossobuco, a veal slow roast for 4 hours, to our daily fresh catch, the Gruppo Paradiso, with a piccata sauce and lobster claw meat, homemade pasta like lasagna, farfalle salchicha, which is a bow tie pasta homemade with fresh sausage. Hold on a minute, JP's favorite.
I love it.
So come and have a glass of wine with me on South McDill. Get a reservation on Open Table and see all our 5-star reviews. Ciao, see you soon at Paradiso.
Let's go.
right now. Back to the show on FanStream Sports.
Back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by the great folks at the Gold and Diamond Source. Christmas is here, and that means get engaged. I mean, what a better way to do it? With all the family around, they can all revel in the joy of an engagement and see that beautiful ring you just bought at the Gold and Diamond Source, where they have thousands of diamonds in their jewelry wonderland to pick from. And they have the best staff. They're not going to try to oversell you anything. And by the way, get a real diamond. Don't start your marriage with a fake diamond. Really bad idea. And the Golden Diamond Source been in business for over 40 years and a great local company. We love to praise these local companies. Keep it local on this Christmas season and spread the joy like they do at the Golden Diamond Source. 3800 Omerton Road, always online at thegoldendiamondsource.com. All right, let's bring in our good friend, Trent Cooper, the director of Raise the Flags, which I am calling the greatest sports memoir in the history of Tampa Bay. And it's not even close. It's not like there's been a lot, Trent, but
we're going number one already.
Oh my God, yes, by a large margin. How are you, partner?
I'm great, and the smartest thing I ever did was give you the sneak peek at this thing, so you could hype it up. Thank you for saying that. That's really cool. Thank you.
Well, you don't mean me to hype it up. Everybody's looking forward to it. I did say this morning that everybody needs to take the day off tomorrow because it's going to drop in the morning. Correct? They can binge all the episodes. Right?
You'll get it. You should get it like in the middle of the night tonight. So by the time you wake up in the morning, all 10 will be there.
I tell your wife you're taking the day off. It's game day anyway. It's on a Thursday game day, right? And I'm going to binge the whole damn thing. And then I'm going to watch the Buccaneers hopefully go out and get a win tomorrow night.
Absolutely.
So we'll see. All right. So, I mean, there's so much in my brain right now that's going around that I want to ask you, but I was going to start with, this was such an incredible quest, really, that the Glazers, basically said, listen, Trent, we're sparing no expense, which is anything a director loves to hear. Something rare, right, in your business. Talk about the Glazers' impact and what they came to you with this original vision and how you think it's turned out.
I think it turned out great. And I measure this by my own sort of love of the team, right? So I've loved this team since I was 8 years old. And so I'm constantly thinking to myself, what would I want to see and feel and experience going through this? So it continues to make me happy every time. And I've probably, when you do this process, you scrutinize every frame. I've been on this for a year and a half. I've watched every scene, every shot 100,000 times, and I still have a little smile on my face because I think we did a lot of things really well. And I think it starts with story. It always starts with story. As much as I love this team, I have to check my fan card at the door and be a storyteller. Mm-hmm. And what I love about this project is it has all of those elements of a classic, amazing story. It's got the humble beginnings. It's got the heartbreak, the redemption, the rise, the fall, and honestly, some of the most amazing, compelling, interesting, passionate characters in the history of our sport that happen to have played for our team. And we have like this unbelievable collection of incredible storytellers at our disposal. I mean, we talk about Warren Sapp. Every word that comes out of his mouth, you're just on the edge of your seat. You've got, of course, Tom Brady. You've got, people you're not even thinking about, like Steve Young, who was our quarterback in the 80s. What a storyteller. And the list goes on. I mean, John Gruden, come on, you could listen to him forever. And so we have at our disposal all these great storytellers to tell this wonderful saga that many of us grew up with. Some of us are experiencing, for the first time. We think about this a little bit. What about the new fan that is falling in love with the Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, Bucky Irving team? Yeah. Do they even know about the Sapp Brooks, Rondé Lynch era? Do they
need to.
14 years old, they don't really know about that era, so they're going to learn all about that. Do they know about the 1979 team? So it's going to be fun plugging in with all those audiences.
So you were 8 years old growing up in Lakeland, and you got to go see your first Bucs game. And I love this juxtaposition as the director. And you say you got to check your fan card, but I don't want you to. And I don't think you did, by the way. In terms of your great storytelling, yes, but I can feel your passion in this. And it's like, it's like when national people talk about the Bucs, I kind of snicker. I'm like, yeah, it's cute. You don't really know what's going on here. But when I watch this, I say, this guy knows it. He's lived it. It's inside of him. And he's hitting all the right notes. And so if somebody who's covered this team for 30 years, I know that. And even the minuscule stuff of Jameis eating the W's or the Greg Schiano part, which I thought you did a great job with. I feel it. You know it. You got the story. You know exactly the inside scoop, and that's what I really appreciate.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. I operate on passion. So I don't ever take a project that I'm not wildly passionate about. I used to say, when I used to run this show called NFL 360 for the network, and our mantra was, if you're not willing to work for free and sleep out of your car to tell this story, we're not going to greenlight it. That's really what it takes to be. That's what it takes to be great at something. You just have to be so all in. So yeah, I mean, I hope you do feel that, because it's not just me. There's so many people that worked on this. When you see that credit scroll, it's pretty massive at the end, and it starts with the Glazer family. Like you asked me before, and I actually didn't answer your question, but they, what was the mantra? What was the goal? What were we trying to do in the beginning? It started with the Glazers wanting to celebrate their 50th.
Yeah.
And, hey, we should do a documentary to celebrate the journey this team has been on, and to really deep dive into the history and learn and share with our fans what we've all kind of accomplished together. And that's a pretty broad statement, but I think when we got into it, we started to remember things we had forgotten. Mm-hmm. We started to learn things we never knew. And the project got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
It didn't start as a 10-part doc series on Amazon. I think it started literally, I remember the Ed Glazer conversation with me. We were thinking it's probably a 90-minute doc. That's sort of where it started. And then I remember, like, a couple months into it, we would go through some of our interviews, and we were both just giddy about what we were getting in the interviews. And I remember the conversations, well, it's probably not 90 minutes, man. It's probably a 3-part series. And then I remember when it went from 3 to 6, and then we were like, maybe it's just 10. Like,
how did you divvy it up?
How did we divvy it up?
Yeah. Like, how did you decide 10 episodes?
Oh, it's so much of that is driven by the edit. So you can imagine, and I hate that I'm the one, I'm one person here on your show talking about something that 100 people worked on.
Right.
So it feels a little weird to do that. But imagine, we have 6 editors, and so they're all working on different episodes simultaneously. And we are constantly talking about what's working in which episode and why. And we're bouncing back and forth. And wait a minute, that could go here. That should go there. Oh, we have this great flashback, this great backstory. What if it went here? So you're just constantly whittling and working with the formula of what's going to make you feel the most. And that's really what you're trying to do. We always say, it's not about highlights. And it's not, there's so much of this, you can just go to Wikipedia.
Right.
To learn the history lesson. We're not really in the business of history lessons. We're in the business of making people get goosebumps and cry and feel things that they haven't felt. And with fans, a lot of times what happens is you remember where you were and how you experienced something.
Yes.
But you don't totally remember what happened. And you definitely didn't know the story behind what happened.
That's true. I learned a lot.
There was a Monday night football game when Dungy came back with the Colts. And I remember, there was a big comeback, and it was like a big, turning point for the post Super Bowl Gruden team. And that's about all I remember. Yeah. But when you get inside it and you feel there's 10 different things going on, but beneath the surface, you had no idea were happening with Mike Alstott and Mike Alstott's injury, and with the Glazer family and, what John was feeling. And it's super fun. It's super fun to go on the ride.
Yeah. And you mentioned the characters, and there are so many, and Gruden and Sapp and so many of these guys, you feel their passion and their pain.
Yeah.
And their pain.
Yeah.
And you hit on so many notes. There's the Raheem, rise and fall of Raheem, and that whole thing. And there's some tough moments in this. There's some really tough moments in this. Talking about the hiring and firing of Raheem Morris, the hiring and firing of Lovie Smith, the Greg Schiano,
and of John and of Tony.
Yeah, and those were the really tough conversations.
These guys are icons, and at some point, our heroes fall.
Yeah,
and I just have to applaud them, because it takes a lot for those guys to say, hey, you know what, I get it. I want to be a part of this. Yeah. And I want to share. I want to open my veins and bleed a little bit. I want to share with you the highest highs. And then when it got bad, I'm not gonna hide for so I we gave Tony and we gave Gruden and Dungy a little sneak peek at their episodes, and I was worried about it. I was like, geez.
I was going to ask you that. Yeah,
we're gonna go to that place, and I hope they're okay with it. And they both were very, very cool about it. They said, "Thank you. You did a tremendous job, and
wow.
We're really proud of this, and you should be proud of it. And the fans are going to love it." But yeah, I mean, it is the full spectrum of the excitement of the day you're hired, and then the rise of building something special, and then the fall. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Now, there were tough questions asked, and you asked them.
Yeah.
I did a lot of one-on-ones with John Gruden, and I asked him some tough questions, and it wasn't fun. It was never fun, and I'm not sure he likes me very much these days, but that's okay. I did my job. How was that for you personally, and Sapp too? I mean,
let's just talk about him.
I've had some battles with Sapp too. It ain't fun.
Yeah, and it's like a rite of passage for all of us.
Yeah.
The Sapp experience is we've all been through it, and I was not spared. There was a point where I pissed him off, and
you want to tell that story?
But no, I don't. But he's but I do want to talk about John.
Yes,
because you have to think about I love John Gruden. I mean, as just a Bucs fan, I loved everything he brought to the team. I miss him as our coach. I love what he's doing now. On his shows.
Fantastic.
But he is special, right? But he didn't know me. He didn't have to do this project. He certainly didn't have to do what he did, which is show and totally go on the ride. I mean, I left that interview. I mentioned this on Stroud's podcast. I left that interview, and I remember calling my wife saying, I think that might be the best interview of my career.
Wow.
It just had it all. And what I mean by that is he the entire spectrum of emotions that he felt during his 8 years, he went on that ride during that interview. And it was almost like I don't know. I almost felt like it was like therapy.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Yeah.
And it started with what he felt leaving Oakland, because that was very traumatic for him. He didn't see it coming. He was blindsided by it. And he felt incredibly betrayed by them, angered, pissed off. But wait a minute. I thought I was 5 minutes ago, I'm the head coach of the Oakland Raiders. I'm about to go to the Super Bowl. And then the tuck rule game happens.
Yeah.
But I also had this agreement with Al Davis on a 5-year extension, which they don't normally do. And they were going to pay him well, and everything was great other than that tuck rule thing. And then all of a sudden, as he says, in like a light, his life turned in an instant.
Yeah.
And he ends up in Tampa with none of his assistant coaches. So he really had no security blanket. He had to kind of start over.
Yeah.
With this big target on his back and all that. So I guess what I'm saying is the interview covers it you ask him the tough questions, and he was there to deliver the answers. There was one or two times I remember I think it's in the trailer. There's one time where I asked him something. I can't remember what it was. And he kind of put his foot down. He goes, "What is this?" He goes, "This is just a kick in the ball. Every question is a kick in the balls." He goes, "What are you trying to do, Trent?" Let me try to do it. What are you trying to do, Trent? Are you just trying to kick me in the balls every single question?
What the hell is this?
And I remember thinking to myself, "Oh shit, maybe I crossed the line." But he came back from that, and we've become kind of buddies since then. And
that's awesome.
I really appreciate him. And I want to talk about Dungy though. If you grow up a Bucs fan, you love what Dungy represents, right?
Yep.
Character, the class, and you love that he was the coach that turned us around. And I'm sorry, you could name a million of them, but before Dungy, it wasn't what it became.
It's irrefutable,
right?
Yeah.
But I always wondered how all those guys, those young 23, 26-year-old guys, Sapp, Brooks, Lynch, Allstott, Dunn, all of them, every single one of them would go through a wall for this guy.
Yeah.
Right?
They bought in.
So mild-mannered. And I'm just like, I get it with Gruden. With Gruden, you're like, yeah, he could get me fired up in 12 seconds. I'll do it. I didn't understand it with Tony until I spent time with him, and I got it. I totally get it, because I will go through a wall for Tony.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is.
It's like disappointing your dad.
It's better than that. It's like you realize you're in the presence of one of the great human beings of all time, and you just want to be around that greatness.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe I could listen to him forever. I remember thinking to myself, I get it now. I get why they all love him, and they want to kick ass for him. And I didn't get it until spending that time with him.
Yeah.
And it's so different than John. I mean, like, Gruden's on one end and Dungy's on the other. They couldn't be more different, but they're both so effective, and we were so lucky to get both of them. And then Arians, I like to say Arians is kind of, I don't know if you know this, but I knew Arians before the project, because I got to work on, I directed his episode of A Football Life for NFL Network.
Love him.
So I spent like a year with him and his family when he was with the Cardinals. So I really got to know him then.
Wow. Yeah.
And I remember when he came to Tampa, I'm thinking to myself, how is this possible? My favorite coach.
He's a special guy.
He's so special. My favorite coach is now coaching my childhood team. Like, I was giddy about it. I remember calling your PR people, who I know a little bit from, like, "You're going to love this guy." And like, we'll get to meet him on our own. Like, you don't understand. I did his episode of football. Yeah. He's our coach now. We got him.
And his backstory with Rondé, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. His back. What's so cool about Bruce is the backstory with how many times he was fired and overlooked. I mean, here's one of the great football minds of all time, one of the great motivators. I mean, who wouldn't want Bruce Arians to lead their franchise? And he was fired 13 times. He was turned down for all these jobs. What did he get? His first head coaching job at 56,
I think.
Yeah. So just what a great story of
and that was as an interim coach taking over for Pagano. Yeah. He may not have got a shot if not for his cancer. Yeah.
Fantastic dude. But I was thinking early on as I was getting to know Dungy and Gruden and McKay, because he's a huge part of this too. I was thinking, is Arians, in a weird way, is Arians like an amalgamation of all of them? So think about this. We think of McKay's wit and his quibs, right?
Yeah.
Bruce totally has that. And his wisdom. McKay had the wisdom. Like when you're in the presence of Bruce, you feel this guy knows football. He's done it. He's seen it all. There's nothing he doesn't know about this game.
He's like Yoda with profanity.
He's Yoda with profanity. Wow, that's awesome. I love it. But there's also, like, he will get on your ass the way John will, right?
Yeah.
And he will rip you. But he also has this, like, moral compass and this faith and belief that Tony had, and it just in steadfastness. I don't know. I just feel like he was a little bit of all of them.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool.
Great loyalty.
Yeah, so loyalty,
great
trust,
relationship
loyalty, respect.
builder. Great relationship builder.
Yep.
Yeah, all that. All right, I know we're a little short on time here. There's so many great characters in this. The Doug Williams portion, just because of his historical import in the game itself, and how he was just so grossly disrespected here, and the curse, which we laugh about, but I just gotta really feel that it was something. I just feel like it was something. Because it was
You're
just
with
so
me on that? Because I was sort of championing the curse thing. I was wondering if it was going to go with me.
I think that stuff is real. I believe in the energy and karma and all that. I believe all that. So I'm glad you jumped into that, because I think a lot of people might have been, oh, that's a little weird. I'm not going to get into that. I'm glad you did. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he brought something to this franchise that was so special, and when he left, and the reason he left, for the younger audience that doesn't know, is he was grossly underpaid. I think he was the 40th, and this number I've heard it different ways. I need to fact check it, but the 40th highest paid quarterback in the league, which meant there were 12 or something backups that were making more money than he was. And think of Doug today, maybe like the way people think of like Josh Allen, right? He hadn't won a Super Bowl, but he was electric. Yeah. He was the guy, and we just weren't paying him. And he wasn't even asking for that much money. He was asking, he wasn't trying to be the highest paid guy in the world. It was just want to be fair. He wanted $600,000. And ultimately, Mr. Culverhouse drew the line, I think, at $400,000. So we lost our franchise quarterback over $200,000.
Yeah.
But worse than that, just the disrespect of a guy who had laid it on the line for us. The way Baker lays it on the line for us, that's the way Doug was. I mean, Gruden says he was the toughest son of a gun he'd ever seen. And he just beating and kept coming back. Remember the jaw and everything? But there was something about the way we disrespected him that just sent the whole
blatantly racist as well. I mean,
but sent the franchise into a funk. Yeah, the likes of which we've never seen. It's one thing to be 0-26 when you're a franchise team and you don't have a roster yet. You kind of have a built-in excuse. But man, this was a bad funk. And the question is, what did it take to finally shake us out of that? And I want let the great debate begin. Was it the hiring of our first African American head coach? Was it?
I think there might be something to do with that.
There's quite a bit of that. There's a little story in there that I'm not going to give away about a redemption story for Mr. Culverhouse's son.
That's great.
To do with it.
That's great. I love
but
that.
At the end of the day, dude, it was our time. And there were some guys that just, Sapp and Brooks and the guys that they led we're not going to be the Yucks anymore. Like this ends here with us today, and collectively they turned it around. So as much as I'd like to make it about a curse that was broken, I don't know. I think it's about the guys. I think it's about the guys.
We do have a question from one of our viewers. We have thousands watching right now and have questions. I asked them to put in the comments. Will the documentary be available on DVD and Blu-ray? Do you know?
I haven't heard. That's a great question. That's probably something the Bucs, the Bucs want people to see this. So I don't know what their plans are, but Amazon Prime is going to have it, and I've heard at some point it might land on NFL Network.
I would definitely think that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Last question here for you. In the Super Bowl, I love the 2002 Super Bowl team. I've been doing this for 40 years and covered a lot of championship teams. That team, I covered and knew so many guys, still many of them friends today. And I often say this about football, Trent, that it exposes every part of you, unlike any other. I think the ultimate test of a human being is probably warfare, being in battle. Yeah. As close to that as you can be is football. And it exposes your It tests your mental abilities, your emotional abilities, your physical abilities, certainly how much you can take, your every part of every fiber of your being. And getting to know that team and how Tony brought them together, Gruden put them over the top, and I thought you did a great job telling the story. My biggest question is, what lessons did you learn about human beings and football and how it all ties together when you see these championship teams come together? And there's a lot of bad, and they have to climb the mountain. They have to do this together. There's a lot of different qualities that go into it. What did you learn? Because I think you told that story in such a human way, and it really resonated with me. It wasn't so much about winning a championship. It was about a group of men coming together and an organization coming together to reach the top when nobody thought they ever could.
There's a line that Brady says that I guess I had never heard him say it, but it seems like we should have heard it. We should have heard it our whole lives. But Brady says the greatest 3 words in sports are "we did it." And he said, "We did it." And he said, after they won their Super Bowl, I know you're talking about the 2002 one. Said,
it's same thing.
He said, I kept saying it over and over again the entire offseason. He said, I can't remember how many times I said, "We did it. We did it." And that's basically what my big takeaway from this is. We did it. And it wasn't Sapp Brooks alone. It wasn't Tony alone. Tony needed John. John needed Tony.
Yeah.
The Glazers honestly, they needed the shit show of the regime before them.
Yeah.
To have brought them to the brink where everything needed to change. The uniforms, the thing. The "we did it" of all this is so clear.
Yeah.
And it really rises. That theme bubbles to the top for me. In both eras, and honestly, it bubbles to the top in the '79 era. And if you all 3 of those teams had the "we did it" factor. Usually, when you have the me guys, you flame out.
Yeah,
there's no me guy. There were no me guys. I mean, even Antonio Brown wasn't a me guy.
For a year and a half
in the 2020 Super Bowl, he was a weak guy.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Trent, listen, thank you so much for spending so much time with us and the time you spent on this. I know it was a passion project for you, but we really appreciate it. You put your heart and soul into this. This is probably, you've won 8 Emmys. I think 9 is definitely in the offing because this is absolutely fantastic. If you don't get one from whatever organization hands them out, we as a fan base will make one for you.
Thank you. Hey, listen, I love your show, so keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you,
I always watch. I love it. Good stuff.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Appreciate you guys. Yeah,
Thank you very much. Great,
care.
Trent Cooper. Thanks, partner. Appreciate it. Guys, just it's going to drop tonight. Make your arrangements to binge this sucker because if you're a Bucs fan, you're not going to want to stop watching. You're just not. So,
I can't wait to see it, man. I'm stoked.
Well, I every team should do this. Every team should do this for their fans. And again, tip of the cap to the Glazers. They spent a lot of money. I'm guessing at least $3 million on this, $3 to $4 million on this. That's not a line item that is, that you have to do. You got to buy uniforms. You got to pay players. You don't have to do a 50-year documentary.
Yeah.
And is it great for them as owners to watch it? Sure. But also as fans, what a treat. Yeah. What an absolute Christmas present, man. Because it's, and I'm supposed to be objective as a member, a journalist.
It's hard though, isn't it?
Oh God, yes. Because you love these people.
Yeah.
And you dislike some of them that are in there. There's some people that but you love to hear them talk and you hear their stories and hear how, even someone as close to it as I am, there's so much in there that I did not know. Yeah. And then there's things that I knew, but you get a different perspective in the firsthand interviews that you watch. So it's almost like taking a fire hose of 50 years of your fandom and just drinking it all up in one day if you want. If you want.
Yeah, and you know what? I haven't seen it yet, but hearing you and Trent talk about it just now, it seems like this was done for the fans and it's it's obviously team based, or you could be like my Dallas Cowboys and do your team documentary that's solely based on your owner, and it's the history of Jerry Jones rather than the history of the Cowboys.
That's disappointing. That's really disappointing. Yeah. Well, you need to find a filmmaker that is a Dallas Cowboys fan like Trent, because I didn't say that just to gloss him, because I just know what it takes to make things like this.
Sure.
And 190 hours of interviews. So they did 190 hours of interview. So you can take that times 5 in terms of prepping for those interviews.
Right.
Now you can take it times 50 editing them. That's right. And that's why it took so long. And I'll be honest with you, and I know this for a fact, my friend Eric Weiss, who shot a lot of this, these guys worked 18, 20-hour days. And yeah, they're getting paid. I get all that, but it's hard freaking work. And it becomes monotonous at times.
Yeah, it's very mentally straining.
Yeah. But but it really does take someone who has a passion for this to do it the way he did it.
Yeah. And
understand it. And I meant that when I said it, because so many times you hear, you see the national guys come down and do stories on Buccaneers and they really don't know what's going on. They can't, because they don't live here. They don't know the ins and outs. They don't know all of it. And, and I'm not dissing them at all. It's just part of the job. They got 32 teams to cover. They don't know it like we know it. So when you watch it, you're like, yeah, the national people are watching this, and it's just like, this is not really what's going on here. So when you watch this, it's 100%. This guy knows everything, and he got all the stories right, and he got into all of them. So I can't endorse it enough. It's tremendous. So,
yep.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hit some more of your comments. And what else we got to get to here, Timmy? We'll get to comments. Lightning. That's what I meant to talk about. Tampa Bay Lightning. Victor Hedman did not play last night, but the boys played great. So we'll talk about that. We are brought to you by the great folks at Italiano Insurance. It is always a good time, but at the end of the year, it's a really good time to do your insurance checkup. And it's pretty simple. Just write down what you're paying, who you're paying, what you're getting in your insurance. They'll probably ask you a few questions as well. So have your insurance policies with you or access to them. It's not going to be a lot, but they'll take some time and go through all of them with you. Then they'll go do the work. They'll go shop it around and find out where they can save you money or improve your coverage as well. So that's important. We saw this with the hurricane. There are certain companies out there that just don't like to pay claims, and they will fight you. You don't want to be with those companies, and Italiano Insurance will make sure that you're not. So go to the experts, let them do all the work, and the customer service is off the chain. ItalianoInsurance.com, 813-877-7799. Give them a call and tell them JP sent you. Back in 3. Italiano Insurance would like to congratulate the Bucs on their 50th anniversary season. And you know what? We've been here for every season and then some, over 60 years in business. We've seen some smart coaches with great game plans, but if you don't have flood insurance or business insurance, that's a terrible game plan. That could ruin you financially. You don't want to take that L. So call 813-877-7799 and let their friendly agents quarterback your insurance and save you big money. Italiano also sponsors our FSU report every week, so go Noles. 813-877-7799 or go to ItalianoInsurance.com. At Genesis of Tampa, they got some serious ho-ho-ho going on this Christmas. It's the Miracle Holiday Sales Event and their 30 days of giving. First, for any new vehicle in the month of December sold, first payment will be deferred 90 days, and then the dealership will make the first payment up to $500. That can save you a lot of cash that you can use for Christmas shopping. And every day in December, they're giving away a $500 shopping spree. All you got to do is have your car appraised, and you get an entry into the daily drawing for the $500 shopping spree. And every weekend day in December, customers simply need to stop by the dealership, scan the QR code, and they get an entry into the $500 shopping spree contest. No purchase necessary. test drive a vehicle, and we will 10x your entry into the shopping spree. Christmas and New Year's Eve, each holiday, if a customer books a test drive for the specified day, they will receive a themed t-shirt, limited edition, as well as an additional $250 off the purchase price. Bottom line is, get your butt and your sleigh down to Genesis of Tampa, 801 East Bears Avenue, just off 275. It's going to be a big Christmas at Genesis of Tampa. Although it may seem tempting to go without healthcare insurance, the financial risk far outweighs the gain you may experience. For example, did you know if you simply broke your leg, it could cost you nearly $7,500? Put on top of that a hospital stay, you could be looking at $10,000 to $15,000. Ensuring that you don't go uncovered is so important, as according to CNBC, high medical bills are the highest contributing factor to why Americans end up taking money out of their retirement savings, or worse, find themselves filing bankruptcy. So go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. Now, depending on your income, you can get plans for zero premium. Our experts will guide you through the process effortlessly. They will shop many plans and find the one that's right for you. I called and I have full health coverage through Florida Blue for zero monthly premium. It's a free call. So why go uncovered? It's a huge risk. Go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. That's 800-669-1505. You know, holidays are the best time to get engaged because all the family's already together. And at the Golden Diamond Source, they have thousands of diamonds to choose from in their jewelry wonderland. Looking for a gift that says forever? Find stunning engagement rings, diamond earrings, diamond bracelets, the most stylish gold fashion jewelry. And there's plenty for men in their new men's section and watch department. There's something for everyone on your list. And don't settle for anything less than perfection. At the Golden Diamond Source, they make it easy to give a gift they'll never forget. They wrap it up nice for you. You don't have to do any of that, guys. And they have a great staff there. You may not know what to get your lovely wife or girlfriend, but they do. Let them do the work. Hey, finance your purchase for 0% interest for up to 5 years. You could get a $5,000 diamond for only $84 a month. Don't go to the mall. Go to a local company and keep it local this Christmas at the Golden Diamond Source. 3800 Ulmerton Road. Always online at thegoldendiamondsource.com. Hey, think about the greatest tandems in sports. Montana to Rice, Brady to Gronk, Baker to Mike Evans. Well, here's a new one. Third generation plumbing and American Standard heating and cooling units. Our split systems offer the highest efficiency available while reducing energy bills and maximizing comfort. Third generation plumbing can handle anything mechanical around the house, plumbing, AC, whatever, and they install the best American Standard heating and cooling units. Built to last, made to perform. Whether it's a new install or an emergency repair, our family-owned team brings 3 generations of trusted service to your home, now with the unmatched reliability of American Standard heating and cooling. So don't wait for the summer heat to return. We've got you covered. Call Third Generation Plumbing and American Standard Heating and Cooling, 813-961-8024. That's 813-961-8024, or go to thirdgenerationplumbing.com.
Let's go. Right now. Back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show here on this Hump Day. Big thanks to the great folks at Third Generation Plumbing for being a supporter of this fine program most days. And American Standard Heating and Cooling, they are the dynamic duo to get your HVAC needs up to par. And don't screw around with some subpar unit. American Standard is the standard. Efficiency, durability, it's a must-have in this incredible Florida heat, folks. If you buy a substandard unit, you're going to get substandard performance. Don't do that. Third Generation Plumbing, we'll put it in for you. And, yeah, you're good to go. Those two folks, Third Generation Plumbing, American Standard Heating and Cooling. Just go to their website, contact them, tell them JP sent you. Get you a free year maintenance with the new system. There you go. Among other things.
JP, I would like to take a moment to toot our collective FanStream Sports horn.
You toot away, my friend.
So those that watch this show are familiar with the great Jeff Tito Thidoff. He comes on often talking Ohio sports, talking fantasy football.
It happens.
It happens. Well, on his Jeff Thidoff show, he occasionally has his +1. Former Ohio State standout and New York Giant Jimmy Bell comes on the show.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be his regular Monday co-host as they launch their live Monday shows starting here in the next couple of weeks. We are putting that together. So, and everyone knows what happened Saturday, as of course the Ohio State Buckeyes lose the Big Ten title game to those Indiana Hoosiers.
How about that?
So Jimmy Bell, obviously born and raised in Ohio, played for the Buckeyes. He was obviously a little distraught, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he took advantage of his Monday show this week with Tito to turn it into somewhat of a therapy session. And I say all of this to tell you guys that are listening and watching, you only get stuff like this on FanStream Sports.
That's right.
Jimmy Bell did the entire show laying on the table, broadcasting, treating it like a therapy couch.
Oh, my.
You are only going to get that. You'll not get that on ESPN. You won't see it on Barstool. You won't see it on Fox. This is FanStream Sports, folks, and this is what you get.
Give the damn man a pillow, for God's sake.
An hour-long show he did laying on his back on the broadcast table, and it was glorious.
I got to go watch that.
It was amazeballs. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
very well done, gentlemen.
Well, let's go, Timmy. You got to match it.
I mean, trust me, I felt like laying down this morning. That's for damn sure.
Well, let's be honest. You took a nap on the couch during the Trent interview. We know. Don't be.
I know I didn't think about that, but I mean, I've had like my Red Bull, I've had my coffee, I've had a couple of shots of Jaeger. I'm fine now.
Yeah. So the Lightning win last night, thank God, and finally score a goal. You knew they would break out, but boy, did they break out last night with a 6-1 win over Les Canadiens, Les Habitants.
My poor Habs.
Yeah, 6 goals last night. They started early and often. Braden Point, thank God, finally scored. He scored early to get the score going. His first goal in 5 weeks or something. It's been a struggle. The second since October 14th. Second game back. Yeah, so he got it going last night. Cooch got a nice goal. Darren Radish had a couple. It was fantastic. Charles-Edouard Dastu got a goal in front of all of his family last night at the Bell Center. As they, I think it was Kobe in intermission asked him if he was playing for free last night because those tickets in Montreal are ridiculously expensive. Yeah. And he had all his family and friends there. So, he don't make a whole lot of money. So he was probably playing for free last night. He got a goal and was a +5. Was a +5, and he scored at the Bell Center, man. That's really freaking cool. Like to see.
Too bad.
Yeah, that was really cool, and he's been really good. The bad news is Hedman left again and re-injured himself, and we don't know if he's going to be back. So, that Destu goal is really, really good too, and being a +5, that's hard to do. So. Yeah, Hedman was kind of easing himself back in after missing a bunch of games, and then he went out. Cooper said it's tough to lose the big guy. He's such an important part of our team, so fingers crossed here. He obviously aggravated something tonight. Hopefully it's not too bad. So we shall see. Vasilevsky's still out. Joe Hodgson was fantastic. Last 3 games, he's given up 1 goal in each game, and his save percentage is .957. How about that?
Wow.
Yeah. So we lose Vasi and JoJo steps in, and it's just been absolutely fantastic. And listen, they lost 4 games in a row, but they're playing great. They're defending their ass off. I love the way these young defensemen are jumping up into the play. And it's something we used to see a lot with the Lightning, but it seems like these guys are just doing it better. And I think that's, it's great to see. They're just really keeping possession in the offensive end. They did it again last night, just overwhelmed Montreal. And it's a big win. So that they needed it. They needed to get the scoring going again, which you knew they would. It's good to see Braden Point get back on it. So I really like what I'm seeing from the Lightning. I really do, and I think they're going to get better. Point's going to get better. Obviously, they'll get Hedman back. McDonough they'll get back, and These guys just need to not screw it up. But I think they'll be fresher, and I think they'll probably, even as experienced as they are, get a little bit of hey, we need to pick this up a little bit. We need to play a little bit better because these guys are playing great. These young kids on defense are playing really, really well. And good for the Lightning.
It's my favorite Bolt. Finally getting back to it.
Who's that?
Braden.
Braden Poy, is that your favorite?
That's my favorite Bolt. Yeah.
Did I know that?
We talked about it during the Four Nations.
Update. Servassier Dennis is out against the Falcons. Evans and McMillan are trending up towards playing. Tight end Kate Otten, safety Tyke Smith are doubtful. Ooh, losing Tyke is not good. This is from Rick Stroud of the Times. Says the Bucs will platoon an inside linebacker with Deion Jones and John Bullock or Nick Jackson. Time to see what Bullock and Jackson can do, frankly. A little bit undersized, maybe not the fastest guys. But you know what? If they come out and play with some heart and soul and fly around, maybe some other guys will catch a little bit of that virus, which is needed. Kate Otten, Tyke Smith are doubtful according to Bowles. So here we go. This is gut check time. You played some really crappy football. JPP talked to the media today, and we talked about it earlier in the show. To have to bring this guy in to bring some fire to this team is an indictment of the coaching staff and the leadership of this team, especially on the defensive side. And they got to pick it up. Because, listen, Kirk Cousins knows Todd Bowles, and he's torched him. So they got to figure something out. I know this ain't the same old Kirk Cousins. I get it, but it's the same guy we saw last year, and he couldn't beat anybody but the Bucs. So,
JP, let's look ahead for a second. As the Bucs are prepping for the Dirty Birds tomorrow, to the offseason. One of the weak points, at least for me this season and past seasons, has been tight end. Everyone knows I'm not a big fan of Kate Otten. I think you've got some depth there, but guys are young and you're not using them right now very much. One guy is going to be available that I would love to see in a Bucs uniform, JP.
Who's that?
That would be Atlanta Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts.
Oof.
Do you want to make a run?
No.
At Kyle Pitts for probably what's going to cost you $10 to $12 million a year?
No. He's been a horrible underachiever.
Okay. I don't disagree with that. However, I think I attribute most of that to where he's playing.
Would not disagree. Haven't followed it enough, but I don't hear great things about Kyle Pitts.
Okay.
So
Just a question I had.
Yeah, I still have a lot of friends and media in that organization.
Sure.
And he's been an enigma for the entire time. Dude has all the ability in the world.
Yeah.
And just, and they've had issues at quarterback. Let's not sugarcoat that.
Sure.
Yeah. And you know what? Aviation 436. I'm with you. Isaiah Likely. I'm going to tell you this. Whoever they bring in here in this offseason, the number one thing I want to see is a guy who has leadership and fire. If they're going to pay anybody, I'm tired of paying nice guys. Listen, we've talked about the culture of this team, and I've extolled it. And I believe that helps you win. But you also need some a-holes, and you need some dogs.
Yeah.
And you can, those dogs can be part of a really good culture, like Sapp. Sapp was an a-hole, but a dog. And you need him. You need him. But he got along with everybody. And I shouldn't say that. They either feared him or they loved him. But whatever it is, they work with him. And he got the best out of him. But there's, you had Sapp, but you also had Brooks and Lynch and Rondé that tempered all that. And they knew how to keep Sapp in line, for the most part. Like, you got the best of Sapp. And those guys had a part of it because it was such a great group together.
Right.
They gelled so well together. This group they don't have any of those guys. And you got to have some, except Tyke Smith. I think Tyke Smith is a dog, and he comes from a program of dogs, like quite literally. Woof, woof. So, yeah, they need more dogs. They need more dogs.
So let's talk about that Isaiah Likely thing here for just a second, because that's very intriguing to me. And my issue with the Ravens is they just re-signed Mark Andrews to a 3-year, almost $40 million deal. But I don't think there's any way they're letting Isaiah Likely go either. I mean, he is the future at that position for that team. And that makes the Mark Andrews signing for me very curious.
Yeah,
and
silly.
When you look at the contract, though, they've got an out after the first year. And I just wonder if they're just keeping him for that one for 2026 while they further develop Likely, who I think is a monster. I mean, I love Isaiah Likely. I've loved his game since he came into the league.
Physical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when Andrews was out with the injury,
I'll take Darnell Washington too, by the way.
Yeah, I like Darnell Washington.
Give me that big son of a bitch. Holy hell. Love that guy. Yeah.
But all those guys are double-digit
$1
million players for sure.
Yeah, they need some physicality and some attitude. Big time. And they need to draft all Georgia players. Aviation 1436 says, let's see Culp have a game. I saw Culp line up on that 4th and 1 last night watching the All 22, where we pitched it to Bucky and run right by the defender that he was supposed to block. And then to go block another guy that he missed. 0 for 2. Like, the guy's right on top of you. You're going to pitch the ball right behind you. I don't know on what level Devin Culp thought he shouldn't block that guy who's right effing in front of him. Go by him to go get the safety. I guess maybe somebody else was coming to block him and didn't, I guess, or that's what he thought. But on a quick play like that, I don't see how the hell you're not supposed to block that guy. He's right on top of you, and they're going to pitch it right behind you on 4th down, and you ran by him. What the actual F are you doing? So I like Devin Culp. He catches the ball really well, but that was a very costly mistake. Yeah. And it may not have been his. We don't know how I don't see how it wouldn't have been his responsibility in that situation, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
Damn. All right, partner. That'll do it for us here at FanStream Sports Tampa Bay. Let's just hope that tomorrow's show, by the way, we will have Josh Capo from the Pewter Report. And we got some other surprises lined up as well. I'm trying to remember everybody I got on, but I don't have that.
Lots of people. Just tune in.
It'll be great. Nobody will be lying on his back.
Trust
me. Maybe I'll do the whole show. If we lose Thursday night, I may do the whole show lying on my back and needing a therapy session.
JP therapy session. All right.
Yeah, I might do that. Or I might not just show up at all.
I might be pulling for a Falcons win now.
Yeah. I might just fly to Nashville and go see my daughter instead.
There you go.
All right, kids. Have a great day. We will see you tomorrow.